right?
I don't.
Oh, okay, it's okay.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Big Mike Raider. And we got a film breakdown with Andy. Before we get into it, let's cue the intro.
This is one of them hits now. Heard back from Earth, we just shot a few of my ships down. It's safe to say I'm totally pissed. Wow, my cloaking device is just malfunction. Guess it's time for a sit down. This is the problem I got with humans, mostly the common man. Constantly fucking with energy they don't understand. Always thinking they got the upper hand. The G-forces from my maneuvers can snap your spine like a rubber band. I shouldn't waste my time, they ain't half as nice. Put a Red Bull in your coffin so your ghost can have wings in the afterlife. Let's rock and roll like a belly dancer's rhinestone. It was my idea to shake the pineal gland like a pine cone. My thoughts create hurricanes, tornadoes, and cyclones. A punch for me is like an avalanche of granite and limestone. You live here, now this is my home. I neuralize both your retinas, you wake up staring at the screen of your iPhone. Confused by the light plus the high tone. And now we connected from the microchip I placed next to your thigh bone. It's hard to understand cause you're mind blown, but I gotta cut communication. Your government just scrambled they spy drones.
That voice is speaking Sumerian, the oldest language in human history.
I can't explain it.
Showtime, it's your boy, Big Mike Raider. And we got a special one for you. We're about to do a film breakdown. We're going to go over some key plays, 13 plays that Andy pointed out. Thought it was pretty interesting. I pointed out some stuff that's going to piss Andy off. He's going to go off for a little bit. Andy, it's your debut on the Big Mike channel. How you doing, bro?
I'm excited, man. You know, I had to pregame to get the juices flowing again. Shout out to my brothers over there with Graf and Wasted. But I'm excited, man. This is the debut on my this is a long overdue. But I'm glad that we get to do this no other than on film breakdown time. This is amazing. I like this.
Man, yeah, I'm ready, man. It's been, like you said, a long time coming. Before we get into it, man, let me acknowledge the chat. Shout out to T. Severe's in the building. Big Mike and Andy on the same film study. This video might cause a fire. You might be right. I hope you got your fire extinguisher ready, man. We about to get it. Let's see. I haven't watched it all 22 yet. I'm interested to hear what Andy thinks of Diablo. He wasn't very high on him coming into this year, but he looked good on broadcast. Wonder if the tape backs it up. Hey, Diablo looks solid, man. He looks solid. I looked at the film. What you think, man?
I actually dropped it in our chat earlier. I said that outside of Max Crosby, I actually think that Divine Diablo is our top performer on defense. You know, I think that the game finally slowed down for Divine Diablo at the linebacker position. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, obviously he hasn't been on the field a lot, unfortunately, due to injuries. But this is the first time that I do see him on the field signaling out stuff to other people on the defense, you know,
right?
Telling him, listen, you know, come down here to my hip, pointing out little flat routes, all this kind of stuff. And we ended up making good plays on that. And I know that's part of the things that we're going to go over. So I'm excited about that. And hey, man, I'm ready to get into this whenever you're ready, dog.
Man, let me acknowledge some more to chat. Shout out to Raider Dangerfield in the building, SBT Vasquez, Franklin Skinner, Planet Raiders in the building, Dodgers, everything, Raiders. Hey, guys, if I don't acknowledge you guys, that's because we're getting down to business. But 84 of you guys in the building, I need for you guys to like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Andy, I think it's time, man. I think it's time to pull it up. Let's see. I'm about to pull up the first one. I'm going to go over those 7 plays that you passed to me, the notes. I got everything in chronological order from what you sent me note-wise, and we'll get going, man. Let me pull it up. I'm going to pull it up through a video file. Right. Let's see. Where are we? 1 second. Let me see. 1 second. Damn, where is it? I got hella clips, bro. Let me see. There we go. All right. Let's how you want to do this, bro? You want to put it on full screen?
Yeah, we could put that full screen, and I think that's perfect. Yeah, perfect. Oh shit, that's beautiful right there.
All right. So here we go, man. Shout out to the 93 that's in the building. we're going to be cooking right now. I'm not going to be able to get to too much of the chat. I'll get to it when we're all done cooking. But guys, sit back and relax. We're about to break this thing down. Andy, what are we looking at right now?
Yeah, so first thing on this play, when we do these breakdowns, we don't only look at the good, right? We don't make highlight reels of the team because then we're going to think that we're Super Bowl contenders week in and week out, and that's not the case. So first things first, we're actually going to be picking out on the rook this play right here. So number 0 at the bottom of your screen there. This is a nice concept that was designed by Sean Payton and the Broncos. You're going to see basically 2 guys go on 2 post routes, basically 2 outside corner routes, and Jakorian ends up coming down too hard and not passing it on to the safety, to the point where if Russell Wilson was a little bit more patient, had a little bit more time, they could have hit us for a big one. Fortunately, there wasn't too much time, and Jakorian kind of gets saved on this one, doesn't get hit for a big play. But yeah, bottom of your screen, number 0, that's who we're going to be keying in on for this first play to film study, man. If you want to go ahead and play that, we can run it up whenever you're ready.
All right, sounds good. So I'm gonna click it and I'm gonna stop where you're talking about, because I do see where you're talking about. The wide receiver runs almost like a post route, a deep post, but then he kind of turns it out at the end. And it looks like that Jakorian Bennett gets a little bit too happy and tries to jump that route, but he ends up biting. And luckily,
I think is it playing? I don't think it's playing on my screen.
Here we go.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I was about to sound like, what the heck?
I just wanted to kind of give my commentary. So right there, right? He's right there. He's running like a deep post, and Jakorian Bennett on the he's on the 36-yard line. He stops. He looks like he's trying to bite and go after that play, anticipating the post route and him jumping that. But what ends up happening is this. Andy, you can continue with this, bro.
Yeah, Russell Wilson, he just hits the flat route. Amazing play by Divine Diablo. Unfortunately, he gets a little bit of the face mask there, but that's a really good concept. You can't really see it from this back angle, but yeah, that is overall a cover 2 beater, right? You're gonna have 2 high safeties, and at the end of the day, you run a post corner. They ran a really deep one there because they were trying to get Marcus Epps his eyes stuck on the first, the guy on Marcus Epps' left side at the top of the screen, and Jakorian, maybe he just decided, what, there wasn't a lot of film. He didn't see that concept ran by the Broncos. So he thought that, yes, it was just a simple post. Let me send it off to Marcus Epps. But they actually ended up running a play right behind his back. Didn't know, and it could have hit us for deep. But fortunately for us, Divine Diablo, he's there to make up the tackle in the flat. But we do get a face mask. But I like that play. It is something to note, though. And as we get more film, Jakorian is going to get more knowledge, obviously, of the play. So it won't really be that big of a problem. But, yes, Jakorian did bite a little bit too hard on that play, which isn't too bad, though. He's a rookie. But after that, the next play that we have, this was a drive that was really, really important for us. Max Crosby, I believe, Max Crosby on this play, the play earlier, he had gotten the sack. This one, they were just trying to get some yards back to get back in field goal range. And a lot of people, I think, on this play ended up viewing it as the linebacker or the lineman tackled his own guy. Diablo is all over it. He tangled up his feet, and he made sure that they didn't get in field goal range. So I really like this play from Divine Diablo. He blew it up absolutely. And then that's just really important play, Max Crosby. Getting in there. Shit, that's just Max Crosby,
It's crazy, man. And can I mention something just off the side note? Max Crosby's get off is ridiculous, man. If we can kind of rewind a little bit, I'm going to rewind it just a little bit. Let me see.
You can replay, yeah.
Okay, I think I didn't rewind it, but let me go back just a little bit. I'm gonna. All right. So yeah, Max Crosby's get off, guys. He's on the line of scrimmage on the far right, left-hand side. He's they're on the 50-yard line. Let's see, and then I'm gonna pause it when. There you go. Everybody's still on the line, and you see Max Crosby. He's like 3 yards ahead. But here's the thing: look who's still in a stance. Look who's still sitting there. That's our rookie, Tyree Wilson. And dude, I'm gonna ask you this question because, and I know you're highly knowledgeable. Is this something that should be already taught from the high school level? Is this something that, as a professional, you shouldn't have to develop this, right? Am I right or am I wrong about this?
I completely agree. You know, when you got Max Crosby's already 2 yards up the field, John Jenkins, our 35-year-old nose tackle, is already about to engage with the left guard there, and you know, Jerry Tillery's probably the only one that's somewhat still, you know, getting out of his stance, but his hands are off the ground. He's ready to attack. His pad level is great there too. But yes, I mean, the get off is the number one thing you practice day in and day out. High school, that is rep after rep after rep. You're the slowest one off the line. You're the first one to get beat. And the problem with this is that, you know, a lot of times teams like to, when they lose a big, you know, chunk of yards, they say, you know what, let me just hit them with a draw play, because a draw essentially, you know, they make it drop back, look like they're going to pass, and they end up just scooping it down to the running back, right? Now imagine on this play, they say, you know what, that's what we're going to do. That would have been horrible for Tyree Wilson, because he would have just been getting out of his stance, and then the lineman would have just blown his ass up, leaving Divine Diablo's second level one-on-one tackle with an extremely elusive running back. I'm not sure if that's Javonte Williams or not. I think it is. That's not really the greatest matchup, right? I know Divine Diablo is doing better, but still, Javonte, linebacker versus running back, that's what running backs get paid to do, you know, and that's what they drafted Javonte to do. So it's a little bit concerning for Tyree to, you know, still be hand in the dirt, not even off the line of scrimmage yet, when everybody else, you know, you can see the wide receiver, he's already full sprint up the field. But yeah, I mean, pointing out, you see Mike McGlinchey's fucking already 3 steps into his drop back. He's scared for his life. And then, Max Crosby is just being Max Crosby, you know?
Yeah, and it's crazy, right? The scenario you did bring up, the draw play, right? We already know Tyree Wilson's probably going to get pancaked and flapjacked in that play, right? But that guard that's coming down, he's going to the second level and probably doing the same thing to Diablo. That's a touchdown in some cases. So that is a big concern. But that is a side note. I didn't want to get too much into it. Let's continue with this play. Like you said, Diablo comes down, blows it up, and we got a better angle of that. And I like to kind of break down what we see right here, right?
Oh yeah, this is perfect.
So what we see right here is we got Adam Butler. He's like in a 2-eye, almost 1 technique. He's kind of the inside shade of the guard. We got Tillery in a 3 technique, and then we got Tyree Wilson just sitting there in the 5 right now. And look what happens. Look what Diablo does right here. Just the play recognition is next level to me, and he's vastly improved on that. He's already taken off before the ball was even thrown. He's already downhill.
That's extremely important. You know, Divine Diablo, and actually, if you restart this play, I think that's the right guard, isn't it? That just did that. So restart the play.
Let me see.
So go ahead and play it. Who was the guy? Who was the guy that Divine Diablo just read on that screenplay? Or was it the center? I think that's the center, actually.
Let's see.
Yeah, so as soon as he sees the center just get that 1 step and try and get out to space, Divine Diablo is winning that one-on-one speed rep every time. He's going to be faster than the center 10 times out of 10. So the fact that he saw the center, diagnosed it, saw that, you know, running back is in the backfield with his hands like this, ready to catch the screenplay, he blew it up. And that's a very, very, very good play. Like I said, I really think that the game just slowed down for Divine Diablo. You know, as a safety, you're not reading what the center's doing. Your keys are kind of, okay, run, pass. Now let me try and see what are these route concepts they're trying to hit me with, and you're making sure nothing gets behind you. This is a lot different. You know, a lot of game is played behind you. You're really worried about what's in front of you. You're reading the front line. This is a really, really good play. And like I said, we could have got hit with virtually anything here. This is a 2nd and 20. They were trying to get any kinds of yards back. And instead, he blows up the play, and I think makes it a 3rd down and 27 or something like that. And that was a really, really good play by Divine Diablo.
There you go. And you know, kind of real quick, Tyree Wilson, his pad level is also super high, so that's also something he has to work on too.
Oh man,
yeah, we won't get too much into him, but great play from Diablo. Let's move on to the next one. We broke that one down pretty good, man. And 140, we got 140 in the building. Make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Let's see. So what do you see here, man?
This is actually what I was very, very excited for, because what we were just talking about in that previous play. What if we get hit with a draw after they lose a ton of yards? That's exactly what Denver tries to do. They're now backed up, and they're just trying to get some yards back. Let's leave this drive with potentially some points at least. And you see again, this time they attack Tyree Wilson's side. And Divine Diablo, we are counting what? 12 and a half yards away from the line of scrimmage. Is the one here that blows this up to make the tackle with a lineman coming downhill trying to hit him. This to me is one of my favorite plays from Divine Diablo. Yes, this is early on in the game, first half. This is important. We won this game by 1 point. Okay, 3 points could have changed the outcome for us. And Divine Diablo on a 3-down lineman set, they're saying, you know what? Let's just get some yards back. Divine Diablo only allows a gain for what, 4 to 6 when they didn't even get back to the 50-yard line. I think this is a very, very important play from Divine Diablo, and they did attack Tyree Wilson's side on this play.
Yeah, let's see it.
Boom, so draw play. Tyree's in the dirt already. Divine Diablo, one-on-one. There's a lineman in space, sheds him, gets the ankles of Javonte Williams, makes a great play on this, not allowing them to get back in field goal range.
That's a great tackle.
The Raiders have passed. They would have picked up 25 yards there and gotten to field goal range.
Yep. So here's a look we're getting, right? We got Tillery in a 2-eye on the left side. Max Crosby's out there. He's kind of in a wide 9. He's way out there. He's not quite in a 5 technique.
Doing his own thing.
Kind of doing his own thing, right? And we got Tyree Wilson on the right side in a 5 technique, ready to get toasted. But let's see how the play unfolds from this angle. And you have at the very bottom corner, you have Divine Diablo way out there about 12 yards back. And so, there you go. Tyree Wilson gets blasted right there. And that right there, you got the tight end. I believe that's a tight end.
Yes, tight end. Yeah, tight end.
On number 5. And that's a compromising position, right? For any defender.
Look at how many they've got. 1, 2, 3 hats to 2 Raider hats and the running back in space. I'm sure Sean Payton got into the film room and said, how the fuck did we not get 3 fucking points out of this drive after just this snapshot specifically? You know, you've got one defensive lineman in the dirt, the other one is getting blocked, and Max Crosby's completely outside of this play.
Yeah.
This was a Divine Diablo absolutely playing hero ball and making sure they got nothing out of this. I think this is one of Divine Diablo's best play. And one thing, I know we said that we weren't going to rag on Tyree. If you do restart this, I feel like a lot of this game was really just hesitant from Tyree Wilson, and he was just he was more worried on, is it a run, is it a pass? And the reason is because that last play, right, it looked like he was really slow to get off the line of scrimmage. Well, this play, he fucking shoots up the line of scrimmage, and he just gets completely taken out of the play, which leaves Divine Diablo in so much like a complete compromised position because Tyree Wilson's out of it. So it's Divine Diablo and Roger Teamer against 3 offensive guys, and Divine Diablo ends up finding a way to make a play.
Now the problem with Tyree Wilson is that he sees a tight end on him, so he's getting a little bit happy. He's getting happy, like, oh shoot, you know, as a defensive end, you got a tight end on you. You should win that battle 90% of the time. So he already has a little bit of confidence going down the field. But little does he know is he has that big boy pulling down the line, and he's about to get pancaked. About to get pancaked and flapjack. Boom. There you go.
Hey, so maybe they weren't doing that against Texas Tech where he came from, but in the Las Vegas Raiders in the NFL, you're not just coming in home free, man. There's going to be a big guy ready to clean your ass up. And I'm sure that this guy, seeing a 6'6", 280-pound Tyree Wilson just getting popped and fucking flat on his ass, I'm sure that offensive lineman looked up and said, how did we not get 3 points off of this drive either? You know, so, but yes, nonetheless, amazing play by Divine Diablo again.
Yes. And hopefully we don't have to torch Tyree Wilson for the rest of the day. But it is what it is. When we see something, we pull it off, and we're gonna have to say something. So here we go. We're on the offensive side right now. Not too many offensive plays. What do you see here, bro?
Yeah, so on this play, we got a little bit of motion going on. As you can see, Jacoby's moving across the formation, and a little bit of a different look from Josh McDaniels. I don't ever remember seeing us do this, but in order to give, on a third down play, in order to give Garoppolo the best pocket he could, he actually lines up Amir Abdullah right there, right behind, right in between the guard and the center, to make sure that neither of these linebackers in this double A gap look get in, right? So on this play, we know it as, okay, Jakobi Meyer was just short of the sticks. That's what we remember it as. What I like to look at here is from Jimmy Garoppolo's standpoint. It's not an empty set, but he doesn't have anybody to the left. Everybody's in front of him, And as you can see in the middle, just above the 20-yard line there, you see Davante Adams is trying to get Jimmy Garoppolo's attention. In my eyes, this is a great thing, because this just means that Davante Adams was all in his books, all watching the film. He, for whatever reason, knew the coverage that was going to be played here. It was a soft coverage by their defensive back. You're going to see Davante. He's going to wave and wave to Jimmy G. He knows that he's going to have a free release to the outside. Jimmy G does end up hitting Jacoby, but we don't get the first down. This is probably one of the only mistakes that I've seen from Jimmy G. You could see Davante's just there like, hey, man, let's try and get this rock over here, because he knows what it is. And if you watch the play, you let it rock, you're going to see Davante Adams' soft coverage is going to be wide open in the flat, and we only needed 6 yards. He's going to have – look at this. That's past the sticks. Wide open there with room. But, Jacoby, they thought that maybe Jacoby was a safer route. For whatever reason, there is 3 hats already that close to Jacoby Myers. But, yes, Davante Adams was there in the flat, past the sticks, ready to go. And the Davante I know probably would have took that from the 30 to at least the 40-yard line there where the safety's at. If not, maybe could have taken that to the house. So I really, really like that. I like looking at this kind of stuff, because I do think that Garoppolo played a good game, but not a perfect one, right? You're never going to have the perfect game. But at the end of the day, that is number 17. And if number 17 is waving at you like, man, I got something here. Maybe you just take that look over there right before you hit Jacoby. The problem is that with a quick slant, if he doesn't hit Jacoby there, that slant window closes. He missed the first window of the slant is right after the break, or right on the break. That's the first window of the slant. The second window of the slant is once he gets right behind the linebackers. But at this point, there's no way he's getting behind the linebacker here. They're all just in front of him at this point. The only person that's really wide open is Davante. Some would say that this guy right here in the middle of the field is open. He's not open. He's only open because this linebacker there in the middle
closed in.
He closed in on the pass, right? But Davante was truly open there for a big game. That was probably one of the only offensive reads that I had not a big problem with, but okay, there's room for improvement here. And with time, the offense will click,
And you know what? I agree with you. It was very I don't want to bring up the old quarterback, but the old quarterback-esque, where he kind of gets fixed on the first receiver, right?
Yeah.
There's progressions that a quarterback goes through every play. And I'm sure in that case, Jacoby Myers is that first option. But what you would like to see is a little bit more of being improvising and kind of actually using your eyes and seeing what's going on. But to Jimmy G's defense, and I'm gonna show you on the next angle, kind of what Jimmy G saw from his perspective, and the reason why he kind of got rid of the ball a little bit faster than usual. I'm gonna let this ride out for a little bit, but I'm gonna show the next angle real quick, and I'm gonna show you real quick what I see. Right, so you already called it double A gap with the linebackers. We got a wide receiver. We got Jacoby Myers motioning. We got number 22 stepping in between the guard and center, kind of making sure that double A gap is secure. But looking on the far left side, we got we got number, I believe that's 40, the linebacker on the outside. He's going to come in quick. And I'm real quick, I'm going to let the play go. So you got the double A gap, and then Jimmy G's pointing out, make sure the protection's good. And now snaps the ball. neither two of these linebackers blitz, but what ends up happening, look at Abdullah. He doesn't have his eyes on that blocker on that left side, and Colton Miller got beat. Right? Colton Miller got beat. He's on skates right now. So from his peripheral vision, I do see that Jimmy Garoppolo is kind of like, okay, I got beat. I mean, I got to get rid of this ball. Yeah. What I would like for him to do in this situation is to step up in the pocket just a little bit and turn to the left and do get it to Devontae Adams. But it's easier said than done on film, right? We're not out there, throwing the ball and things like that. But there you go. I think that's the reason why he kind of got rid of that ball really quick. But you're right. You're right. At the end of the day, you want to find Devontae Adams on a third down like that. So let's go to the next play. What do you see here? We kind of have we have 4 wide receivers. They're definitely
it's a nice condensed. Yeah, it's a nice condensed formation. You got the tight slots look here, with your running back on the right of Russell Wilson. Yep. This is, again, I feel like with more time, the rookie is going to end up becoming a playmaker for us on defense. Again, this is Jakorian Bennett, the bottom of your screen here. This, some would say, maybe is a negative play. I like the aggressiveness, him diving for the ball, and that's exactly what we're going to see. We're going to see a quick out by the wide receiver. Jakorian's going to be just slightly late on this. He's going to try and make that diving attempt. But for me, season goes on, I like this out of our young rookie, because look at how close that is to a game-changing play. We're talking about Divine Diablo stops them for 0 points last drive. With time, we could have potentially seen not a 3-and-out, but punt, then pick with great field position. This could be big for our defense going forward. You see your young rookie, yes, they attack him, but in my opinion, that's fine with me. If they're picking up a first down, but we see our young kid getting great positions to make big plays, I like that. We know the athlete he was coming out of Maryland, and this type of play right here excites me. So yes, this is a big play, whatever, first down, cool. But that was so close to a diving interception, and that would have been on this man. Imagine getting a diving pick in your first NFL game. Man, I know he wanted that bad. He wanted that one bad. But yeah, one of my favorite plays from this game. Maybe some would say it's bad. I don't really look at it that way. It's an out route. You're not always going to get that. The fact that he dove for that look, I like that.
Me too. It's the effort. It's selling out. It's definitely a gamble. Kind of going for that big play, and I like it. I like, the speed. He trusts his speed. I think he needs to trust it just a little bit more. If he gets there maybe half a second faster or a fraction of a second faster, he's pick 6. He's to the house.
Here's what I like about this, and the reason why I say with time is because he does have that speed. He has it. He's a 4.3 guy. Now, with this, I feel like maybe he was just playing a little bit conservative because there is so many new route concepts in the NFL. The first play that we saw, it was a post corner. Maybe on this one, he thought he was going to get hit with an out and up, right? So now that he sees the film, he's going to say, okay, I seen this. I know I'm the better athlete here. I'm going to make this play. And he can. So I hope that this didn't knock any confidence. I think that this was a really, really overall, it was a good rep. And the thing is that it was a rep that, okay, it went for a first down. It wasn't a rep that went for a touchdown. It wasn't a rep that went for 80 yards. This isn't a bad rep in my opinion. I actually really like this play. And you're right. Trust your speed a little bit more because he's got that. He's probably got the most out on that field.
Yep, absolutely. And we'll get another angle of it real quick. There you go. Cortland Sutton for the first down right there. Really close to making that play. We're gonna run through this one real quick. There you go. Steps back. Boom. Quick throw.
Oof.
Just right there, man. Right there. So let's move on to the next one. What do we got right here, man? What are we looking at?
Yeah. So this next play, Divine Diablo. This is what I was talking about. So you're gonna see Divine Diablo here, just behind Tyree Wilson. And you can see that the guy that's directly behind him is actually going to be Trayvon Merrick. So this is a first down, right? First down, They're at the 41-yard line. We don't want to give up too much because they do have a decent kicker. They can kick long field goals, right? And Divine Diablo, when I said the game is slowing down, this is exactly what I mean. You're going to see Divine Diablo kind of turn his hips, give Merrick a look, give him a nice little tap, let him know that something's going to come into the flats really soon. Or actually, this is a play before that. But, yeah, he makes a great play here on first down, and on second down, he's going to make an even better one.
Yeah. So let me see. You want me to start that one over for you?
No, that's fine. I mean, we could run that one.
Okay. Let me see.
Yeah, no, this one's a great play because on first down, they get stopped for I think that's a loss, isn't it? That's behind the line of scrimmage.
TFL.
TFL, big time. So second 11 because Divine Diablo as well. So I think that he, like I said, outside of Max, number one player of this game. And you'll see. I mean, you'll see. If you guys watch the film yourselves, you'll see that there was some timely blitzes, some timely man coverage sent by Patrick Graham. Maybe it's not the aggressive coordinator that we thought he was, but he's trusting his guys, and I like that. But this play right here, really, really good job for Divine Diablo to just check the flats and zoom out there. One thing I really like about Divine Diablo is that his tackling, he just seems to be a sure tackler for us. You know, like it's like it's not going anywhere. In this position, sometimes I feel like some guys give him a little juke, a stiff arm, or I feel like they try and just do a shoulder hit and they don't wrap up. But this guy's all over him. You know, he's not letting him out. He's getting that wrap up and he's taking it to the ground. And he actually does that right in front of Sean Payton, which makes it even better.
Yeah. What I like about Diablo, what he's been improving in, is that he's square with the runner when he's ready to make a tackle. He's not arm tackling. He's square, ready to make a hit directly. You don't really see too many times where he's given the running back an opportunity to make a decision to go left or right. He's right on him. He's square up on him. So and his feet are moving, most importantly. So it's good to see, man. What you got, bro?
One thing that I did forget to mention, and I got ahead of myself, was if you actually look at it, right, he actually had a route that went across his face, and he's stuck with this flat. So I think that that's also very important to look at because he's passing off these routes, which means he's getting comfortable in this zone. You know, he's really understanding now the level of play that went across his face. That tight end went completely across his face, but in his eyes, he understands. I've got help right behind me. Let me take down this underneath, and I'm going to eliminate the quick pass. That is a very, very good play by Divine Diablo, in my opinion, because that could have got it. He could have hesitated. Seeing that tight end go there, you easily could have hesitated. You know, let me take away the big play. He stuck with his assignment, did his job, made a big time tackle, making it 2nd and 11.
Yeah, no doubt, man. In years past, you would see one of our linebackers go and take on that tight end, and then you see number 25 going downfield for 20, 30 yards.
Dude.
We've seen it too many times. And this is a good play and even better tackling, man. Divine Diablo had a great game, man. Here's the next one right here.
And now this is the one.
Yep, go for it, bro.
This is the one that I was talking about. You can already see it perfect how you have it paused.
Yep.
He's already checking to Trayvon Merrick. You could see him. He's giving him that tap with his right hand. He's looking over to Merrick, letting him know that I've got the inside. You got my outside. Let's go make this play. And that's exactly what Trayvon Merrick did. And I know that outside of a big mistake on a scramble drill where you failed to really plaster and stick onto your receiver, I think that Merrick had a very good game, especially in terms of tackling. Open field tackling for a safety can be difficult, but Trayvon Merrick did a very good job this game with tackling. I will give him that credit. Obviously, you want your safeties to cover. You want them to be all around the ball, flying, getting PBUs, maybe some picks as well. But this, on the stat sheet, it looks towards Merrick. In the film room, this credit goes to Divine Diablo because, like I said, as you can see right now, he's giving Trey that signal. And Trey's going to absolutely capitalize on this play. And there's no chance of a run here. So this is why I feel like Divine Diablo is checking this to Trayvon Merrick so fast. He's got the inside. Boom. He says, Merrick, that's all you, buddy. Let's take him out. And check this out. It went from a 2nd 11. This is now 3rd and long on 2 back-to-back plays because of Divine Diablo. That's really important. Extremely, extremely important. Like,
yeah, that communication between linebacker and safety wasn't there last year. We didn't see that last year, and Merrick is becoming second nature to him. He took off. He saw what he needed to see and took off and made a play. He knew exactly what was coming, and that you got to give credit to Divine Diablo. Excellent game. You know, the more I look at this film, is the more we got to praise Divine Diablo with how he, you know.
I agree. You know, it's like you watch the film expecting one thing, but when a player just pops up over and over and over, it's like, man, that's always a pleasant surprise. When you're expecting to go into the film saying like, damn, man, I'm just gonna see fucking Tyree Wilson fucking up. And then you see, damn, is that Divine Diablo again? Is that him again? No way. And then he's just killing it, man. Killing it this game. This didn't even end. This wasn't even supposed to be a Divine Diablo film study, but it feels like that's all we've been reading.
Yeah. He's been everywhere. He's been making the right moves. The defense, we said it kind of runs through him, right? It's his third year, second year in this type of defense. It's looking good so far, man. The communication is there. We're going to see another angle of this. Great tackle by Merrick. Right here. So, communication from number 5. And then we'll let the play go because we can't see Merrick yet. So, there you go. There you go. Boom. Nice hit. Blast
nice
him.
Open field tackle. Running backs feel those. Backs feels those. They get hit more than anybody on the field. Nothing worse than getting smacked on second down than having to go line up in the backfield and having to run the ball for a draw where you know you're going to get smacked again on third down. That kind of stuff, bro, that takes the energy out of players, man. This is really, really important. And I'm excited for this. And even this next play. This next play makes me even more excited too.
Yeah. So we got the next one right here. I'm gonna pause it, let you break down what we got. What we're looking at.
So again, you know, we like to kind of judge and criticize our defensive coordinator for maybe not being too aggressive. Now, I really like this look, right? So at the bottom of your screen, you got Jakorian Bennett, the most athletic DB that we do have. He's in press man. That's exactly what he's in. He's in press man coverage because on third down, when you have to get off the field, Patrick Graham is trusting his guys. So you got Jakorian in press man. You got Marcus Epps already down the line of scrimmage because there's a running back in the backfield. So that's Merrick's or that's Epps' guy. Right? Then you go into the slot. You've got Mr. Nate Hobbs slightly off, about 3 to 4 yards off of his guy. And then you've got the savvy vet over the top, giving his guy a bit of extra cushion. Why? Because this progression, when you've got trips to the right, you're trying to attack the isolated guy underneath because he's one-on-one. So that's where the progression is. That gives Marcus Peters time to get comfortable with his man. We know Nate Hobbs was outstanding this game. And it leaves Jakorian Bennett. It's kind of up to him, right? If he makes this play, then it allows Divine Diablo to make his. So Divine Diablo is inside of, I believe that's Tyree Wilson there as well. That's Tyree. So he's inside there. Patrick Graham sends him on a blitz. The pressure gets home, makes Russell Wilson have to roll out. And Marcus Epps makes a big, big time hit, man, on Russell Wilson. Unfortunately, we did not capitalize due to a bogus penalty that was called on the absolute opposite side of the field that had nothing to do with the outcome of this play at all. Right. So we now had a potential diving interception from Jakorian Bennett. We had a play where Divine Diablo essentially got us off the field himself. Then we have this, which is a fumble that would have put us on the 40-yard line of our opponents. This is a really, really, really big game to look at because when you play a cleaner game, when you don't allow the penalties, this game could have looked lopsided. Absolutely lopsided. Sean Payton could have had to take a pressure when the game was over, and it could have been really bad. There could have been people questioning his job. Because let's say we get the ball on the 40-yard line here. Let's say Jakorian gets the ball where he would have intercepted, it would have been the 30-yard line. And we don't give up the penalty, and we would have had let's say a halfway decent punt return. Let's just say we had the 80 yards to go. That's 3 extra possessions that we didn't get due to penalties, right?
Yep.
That's extremely, extremely important to look at. The box score says 17-16. The film shows if we clean up our mistakes, we are absolutely mollywhopping this team in their own stadium and going and making these cats look like they're nobodies, right? And I think that that's very, very exciting for our defense, right? Because you look at this and it's like, man, this was such a strange game. I felt like our defense wasn't getting off the field. They were getting off the field. But whether it was special teams giving up stupid penalties, whether it was the refs picking on us for having something go down miles away from the play that shouldn't even have been called, or whether it's our rook just slightly too late, this is a really, really good thing to look at, in my opinion. I like what the defense did. I think they did exactly what they were supposed to do. It's just the penalties kept them out on the field longer, and they shouldn't even have had these attempts.
Yeah. And two things, man. You're right about those close calls, right? Two possible turnovers, which could lead to points, right? You add 14 points off of turnovers, the game looks completely different, 31-16, something like that, right? Extra possessions. And another thing, we've been praising Divine Diablo all film session. Did you see the motor on him with this one? He recovered the fumble after blitzing.
After blitzing, he got the pressure. He made Russell Wilson roll out, and he somehow ends up being the one that recovers the fumble when the safety gets to hit on the quarterback. Absolutely outstanding game from Divine Diablo, man. Insane. He was all over the field, whether it was blitzing, coverage, tackling out of the backfield, signaling to his safeties when to take the outside guy. Outstanding game from Divine Diablo, man. This is for sure. Maybe the stats sheet doesn't look like, oh, he didn't get a pick, he didn't get an interception, he didn't get a fumble. Maybe it doesn't look like the coming out party to the rest of the league. To me, as a Raider fan that's been in dire need of a linebacker, this is a coming out party for Divine Diablo on the defensive side of the ball, in my opinion.
I agree. We're going to get another angle of this play to kind of get a better idea of just the motor from Diablo. You can see it right here. You got him in that B gap, and there you go. He takes off. Just look at the motor. Look at the motor. I'm just going to run it. Not giving up. It makes the play right there. That's
he almost scooped it up to and ran, bro. Like he almost just tried to bro. Divine Diablo, hell of a freaking game, man. Hell of a game. And honestly, hell of a fucking hit by Marcus Epps. I mean, unfortunately it didn't count, but anytime a quarterback gets hit in the league, especially a quarterback with big history like Russell Wilson, the refs are ready to throw the flag whenever. He squared up on Russell, straight in the chest, knocks the ball loose. That's good. If there's anything that I would like to say that the Raiders really improved on was maybe tackling in the second and third level, right? Yep. I feel like a lot of these tackles before maybe would have, gotten away from us, and I think that that's important to look at too. I know you also got some plays for us as well, right?
Yeah, definitely, man. Shout out to the 182 in the building. That's a new Big Mike record. Guys, make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. We got a little bit more. I kind of want to focus in on the game versus the Bills. I didn't want to talk too much about the past game and look at the touchdowns and things like that. I think it's more important to kind of look at what we can kind of focus on for the game on Sunday. Now, my concern for this game is our interior defensive line. They were awful. Awful. And I think that a running back like James Cook can absolutely, it's in his name, can cook us if we let him get rolling. He's a young running back, and when he does get the ball, he's dynamic. He's very speedy. He can get the job done. He's, to me personally, he's a notch slightly above a Javonte Williams.
Ooh.
That's kind of how I feel about him. Let me pull up the other.
I'd say they're pretty equal. I think they're both home run hitters. I think Javonte Williams is a little bit more he's a little bit more built. He's got that more running back frame, so he could slip off of tackles easier. But James Cook has got that speed where he only needs one lane and he's gone. And that's kind of scary, right? Because it's like that's one missed assignment and we get hit for a big play. You know, and yes, you're absolutely right. This interior of the defensive line will absolutely need to step it up. And who knows, maybe we see Patrick Graham switch it up into a 3-4 where we got 5 guys on the line of scrimmage, and hopefully we really attack it that way. But let's check it out what you got for us.
All right, let me rewind it before. I'm gonna rewind it.
I already saw.
Yeah. So let me stop it. So this is in the first quarter. This is Williams goes right up where the left guard is for 8 yards. Hobbs and Epps makes the tackle. It's ugly, man. It's ugly. And this is what I'm talking about. The lack of push from this interior line, right? And we'll get a better angle from it, right? And I'll break it down what we see from this side.
It was actually so bad that Bilal Nichols almost gave a fucking cutback lane as big as like a semi-truck.
Right. And it's brings me a lot of concern for this game on Sunday, because what the Bills want to do, I think what they're going to try to do is protect Josh Allen from himself, right? They're going to try they're going to probably start trying to establish the run a lot more. They haven't done it traditionally, but I think if there is an issue going on with Josh Allen, they're going to try to tote the rock. And they have an opportunity to do so with this interior line being as bad as they played. If they bring that same kind of effort, they're going to get torched. So let's look at what we got here, man. Let's see. We got Nichols in a kind of a 3 technique. We got John Jenkins in a 2 in a 1 technique. I'm gonna let it ride out, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So actually, they're both in a 2. They're both in a 2. And look at that hole, man.
Jesus Christ, Bilal. See, a lot of this though. Here's what I will say. This is a smash mouth football concept, right? Like, they went what is this? 12 personnel. There's 2 tight ends.
Yep, 12 personnel.
Yeah, so it's 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, doubled both tackles.
Yep.
Robert Spillane essentially should make this tackle, right? Like this, and he shoots the gap great. It slips out of him, right?
Yeah.
But that type of lane, you can essentially fit the Broncos logo there. Like, oh God, that is
another lane. Spillane gets blocked. It's not a good look.
Bilal Nichols, number 91, not only is he blown 2.5 yards off the line of scrimmage, he's also turned and blocked out completely from the play at this point.
Yeah, it's not a good look, man. This is a cause for concern for me. And I think the Bills, if they see what's going on here, they're going to look at this and like, okay, let's tote the rock. And I'm going to tell you right now, I think that James Cook is going to have a career game. I'm not going to lie. I think he's going to have a career game. I can see him going for about 100 yards if we bring the same type of effort.
Sean McDermott is smart. He's going to be watching this, and he's going to be licking his chops. He's going to say, hey, James Cook, you ready for a big night?
Yep.
Or big morning, because it's a 10 a.m. game, but still.
Yeah. And just a side note, we're going against Osiris Torrance, who had a great game against Quinnen Williams.
Yeah.
He played well against Quinnen Williams. So
Florida boy.
Yeah. So Osiris Torrance, he's game. He's ready to go. He's played against Quinnen Williams in his first game and held his own. What's John Jenkins compared to Quinnen Williams at this point? You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm gonna go to the next play. 10:54 in the second. We're gonna see Williams on the right end for 11 yards. And concerning, like I said, man, we'll see. I'll let it ride out, though. We'll get a better angle from the other side. You'll see it right here.
Oh, buddy. Go back. I'm not gonna lie. That's poor discipline by our superstar DN there.
Yeah.
Very, very poor discipline by our superstar. It's going inside, not even setting the edge at all.
Yep.
He tried. He tried
to set the edge, but he got too caught up with the offensive lineman right there.
Who's outside of him? Oh, so Luke Masterson, he got eaten up. Where the fuck did Luke get eaten up at, man? Max actually played this perfectly.
Yeah. So Max played perfectly. We have traditional look. We got 95 in a 2-eye. Maybe you can even say a 3 technique. We got 91 in a 1. And let's see how this play goes.
I don't like Bilal in the 1 ever.
Me neither.
Oh, man. That's Luke.
This Luke. There you go. Getting caught up with his man right there. He's blocked. He doesn't even have his hands up.
Honestly, I don't say it. I don't think that's a bad job. I think this clip may be the best penetration the defensive line has got, D-line as a whole.
Right.
That's Luke Masterson.
Yep. 95 is still getting torched to me. I mean, he has lower pad level, but he's caught in that scrum, which you don't want to see in the run game, right?
He's in that scrum. It's no lane for Javonte to fit in. Yeah. And honestly, this is Luke Masterson just needs to shed that block, and he'll be putting Javonte Williams on a highlight reel, getting, tackle him, hit sticking him. Yeah. Come on, Luke. Got to do better.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. Got to shed that guy. Come on. That's a lot to ask for Marcus Peters, but he's got to make that. You got to make that tackle. Now, here's the next play that is going to piss you off right here. This is going to piss you off. I'm going to let this one ride. We'll get a better angle from the other side. Just look at that 95. Look at 95. 95. There you go. You'll see what I'm talking about right here.
I already saw it.
Keep your eye on 95, guys. Keep your eye on 95. Here we go. He's in a 2-eye right here. 95. Jesus. Washed down, getting washed on his ass. Pancaked and flapjacked. That's embarrassing, man. That's embarrassing. We need
God
better.
For Mad Max Crosby playing superhero football, bro.
Absolutely,
My goodness.
Yeah.
So do we say that this is where we get some youth and get Mr. Flapjack out of there, get Nesta Jade Silvera, the man that we've been promised intensity, feistiness, and fucking nastiness up the middle? Like, I know he's a 7th round pick, and I know it's a lot to ask, but you can find the diamonds in the rough with defensive tackles like that. He got that stamp of approval by Mad Max in camp.
Yep.
I know Nesta's got that. He's got some dog in him for Max to say that, man. He's got to have some dog in him for Max to say that. And for whatever reason, maybe Nesta's dealing with something now, or maybe they just weren't confident in the Rook week 1. But man, that is
it's ugly, man. Hey, I gotta address the chat. Mrs. Big Mike Raider sushi sounds good to me. Say shout out to Mrs. Big Mike Raider in the building. We're gonna move on to the next play, man. Let's see what we got here. So we got this is gonna be 3rd quarter, 12:24. P Ryan. P Ryan's gonna hold on. Let me skip that one, bro. Let me skip that one.
Was that the Jakorian Bennett tag? Oh no, that wasn't the Jakorian Bennett.
Hold on.
Sushi. That's a good choice. Sushi's fucking good.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. What is this one? Okay, here we go. I think this is 4th quarter, 10-19 right here. P. Ryan left guard for 12 yards right here. So here we go. And if P. Ryan's getting the job done right here, man, that's a big problem to me. Let's see how it unfolds. Breaks a tackle, dragging defenders.
But you know what though? Like, I think Spillane ultimately is responsible. But that right there, you're essentially putting your linebacker in Oklahoma drills the way that there's just nobody there's nobody in the lanes. There's no scrum. Like, that right there is just bad, man. And on film, it's gonna look like that's a bad play from Spillane, and I'm sure he wants that back definitely because that's an open field tackle.
Yep.
And we actually got the young in there. We got the rookie Byron Young, as well as Bilal Nichols, who for whatever reason found a way to earn 0 preseason snaps and had the fucking preseason off.
Man,
but
right.
My God. Not much has changed from Bilal Nichols from when I last watched his film last year when we picked him up.
Yeah, and I had high hopes for him too, man. And
from
this game alone, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to. I know it's one game, but I don't really see it. I don't really see it yet. So hopefully he bounces back. But here's the better angle. We got looks like we got a 21 personnel right here. So we actually got a fullback. They're in
and one tight end. Yeah.
Yep, one tight end. So here we go. Let's see it roll. And there you go. Nichols getting washed down again.
Let it play. Let's do a little tap on the space and bang. Okay. I actually really like what Malcolm Kuntz there.
Me too.
Did there.
Yep.
He crossed the face of the tight end. He fucking gambled on his athleticism. He was back there. Spillane. I actually feel, but my goodness, our defensive tackles are getting cooked left and right, man.
Yeah, my God. It's not good. You know, Nichols got washed down. I can't even see where he is at this point, bro. It's bad.
Nichols, I think, is in the dirt. Is he not who this lineman pancake right now?
I think so. It might be pancake time for him again. And look at the lane, man. You got number 20. He's getting blasted, but you got to get rid of your guy. He's kind of getting too patty cake with him. And then you got that lane right on the left side, and he absolutely takes it. This is P. Ryan. This isn't a dynamic, running back, superstar type of running back. This is P. Ryan, a backup, change of pace type running back, and he's doing all this. So breaks a tackle. There you go. And now he's got a lead blocker in number 77, and he drags.
Oh my God, defenders. That was Bilal Nichols on his ass.
Yep.
And Mike McGlinchey is there celebrating. Oh,
it's not good. So, that's what we're looking at.
Do you have the access to the NFL to the All 22 film right now?
I do.
Do you have time to take a look at that last defensive drive that we have?
Let me see. Let me pull it up.
It doesn't need to be chopped up because the last defensive drive as a whole. That I wanted to just look at that.
Okay, let me see. Let me pull it up real quick.
Because that was a really, really, really good drive in my opinion. I really liked what we did there.
Let me see.
Because for whatever reason, I wasn't able to sign in on my computer.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Because on that play, Robert Spillane, I remember specifically had a really, really good play there. Not even himself, but again, communication, really good there from Robert Spillane.
Let me see.
Because I believe that drive was a 3 and out. Yeah, it was a Nate Hobbs. It was a Nate Hobbs tackle. And I think it was a Nate Hobbs tackle on first down. Then it was an incomplete pass on second down, then a tackle by Merrick on third down. I think that was the last drive. 3 and out.
Let me see. I'm pulling it up right now. Let me get the screen going. Pulling my screen. Share screen.
All right, we're improvising, y'all. We're improvising, trying to get the most out of this game. We're really trying to break it down, get the nation through hump day. It's Wednesday, baby. We trying to get through the I think it's at
towards the end, right?
Yeah, I think it's at like 54 minutes.
54 minutes.
I believe so, yeah. But no, it looks like we're still on offense. Oh, further then. Is that our last drive? That's not our last drive, is it? No, that's not our last drive. Yeah, no. Perfect. Boom, right there, I think. Okay, yeah, so go back. That was the last play of the drive.
Okay. So I'm going to go back like.
Yeah, like 50. There you go. That's good. That's good.
All right.
Yeah, because we're about to kick a field goal there. Shout out to Jacoby. Boom, touchdown, baby.
There you go.
Jacoby found his way on a film breakdown. He found his way here. That's because he's a big time player.
All right.
I really hope Jacoby's okay, man. That was a brutal hit. All right, perfect. We're in business.
Cool. So we got a number 17 motion. Go for it, bro. I'm gonna let you run this one.
So on this play specifically, right? You on the offensive side of the ball on Denver side, you know, they're just running that pre-snap motion, trying to get the clue. Is it man? Is it zone? Right? And what happens here is we got Robert Spillane. It's kind of hard to see right now, but you got Robert Spillane. He's going to slowly start creeping up to the line of scrimmage. Russell Wilson, the veteran, the savvy veteran he is, check, 41. He's blitzing. Right there, you see the communication with Robert Spillane. He sends his he passes on his blitz to our nickel corner. In my opinion, I love DP. I love Denzel Perryman. When Denzel Perryman got the call to blitz, he was blitzing. He was not sending that blitz off to anybody else. He was taking that blitz 10 times out of 10. Robert Spillane understood. Check 41. Blitz. Nope. It's going to come in from the slot corner now. Now, when you let this play ride, bam. He comes in. Nate Hobbs is actually the one to get him behind the line of scrimmage there. So that is actually a really, really beautiful job by Robert Spillane there. Comes in, check, 41. Tells him right there, you go. Nate Hobbs comes in on the blitz. Backside to reach Javonte Williams. That is beautiful. And you know what's one thing that this play reminded me of? One thing that I loved about Jonathan Abram, and he's not here. Sometimes I just felt like Jonathan Abram was on a complete different playing speed than everybody else. The way that Nate Hobbs just shot out of a cannon on that blitz, it reminded me of that kind of game time speed from Nate Hobbs. That was a really, really good play. And shout out to Robert Spillane. He understood Russell Wilson. He picked it up, sent his brother in. He said, you know what? You got a better chance. He picked it up. That was really, really good there. 2nd and 11 now on a gotta have it drive. Broncos are losing this game, losing right now. So really, really good play here.
And two things, man. Two things. Can we give it up to these linebackers in general? Like that was supposed to be the weakness of the squad this year. People really didn't give these linebackers a chance. But in this game, Spillane and Diablo really showed that those are the dudes. Those are the dudes. They're communicating with everybody. They're the quarterback. They're the facilitators. You know, it's good to see, man. And Nate Hobbs, he was my MVP for this game. 2 tackles for loss. That was one of them. He looked great in this game, man. He was everywhere on the field making great tackles. You know, that it's good to see that we have these pieces and
coming
we're
together.
only going to build from here. You know, and it's coming together. It's gelling. So let's go to the next play right here, man. I'm gonna stop it for you, and then
and you know, Nation, when we give anybody outside of Mad Max the MVP, it's because we have to. Mad Max would win the MVP every week,
every time,
on defense. But we're giving it to somebody else because sometimes you can't just give it to Max every single game. All right, but on this play, it's a 2nd and 11. We know that this is a passing situation. So that's exactly what they do. They're actually going to test Marcus Peters here. I think there was a little bit of pressure up front because if you pause it, I love this. Who is the guy that's been blitzing all game long? Who is the guy that's been blitzing when we needed it? When we got our fumble that got called back, who blitzed? Diablo. So on a 2nd and 11, gotta have it, gotta have a stop drive. Patrick Graham puts his faith in Divine Diablo. So if you restart the play, you'll actually see Robert Spillane. If you rewind it a little bit, you'll actually see Robert Spillane is the guy that comes up onto the line of scrimmage. But then it's actually Divine Diablo who comes in, shoots out of a cannon, and actually makes it a 1v1. Because now everybody.
Real quick, what's the hotkeys on this thing, man? Because shout out to Mondo Reyes. Oh no, actually Joseph Lopez Sr. says use your hotkeys. Do you know what the play and stopping all this, because the arrow is bothering me?
Oh, the thing, I think I don't know. I think if you go full screen, I think it goes away a lot quicker.
There we go.
So restart it a little bit. Just hit the 10 seconds back and then just let it ride. And just do pause and Are you able to do it from your space bar? I think so, right?
There we go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so just replay it. Replay it.
How
So
do you-
y'all,
I'm gonna go back.
I think
10 seconds.
you got the what are you on, a MacBook?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Well, yeah. When you replay that, right? I know Divine Diablo didn't get home on the blitz, but so pause it immediately. Yeah, right there. Robert Spillane is the guy. If you move your mouse, it'll go away. I think if you move your mouse off the screen, it'll go away. Yeah. Robert Spillane is the guy that you see right now. Maybe he's the guy blitzing, right? He ends up being the one that backs off. Divine Diablo is the one that comes in, makes it a 5-man pressure, which makes Russell Wilson have to get the ball out quick, right? Because there's 5 men blocking. That means that, holy shit, Max Crosby can be anywhere up my ass, right? Or pause. Oh my God. Oh, he could be anywhere on my ass right now if I don't let this out, right? So Robert Spillane drops, Divine Diablo shoots in, Max Crosby right here. The pocket starts to kind of get a little crazy. Now, Divine Diablo ends up getting hit, but the pressure initially was there. So we got Max Crosby now. We already know he's going to do some Max Crosby shit. He's going to try and get in. Essentially, where he wants to go with the football is on the right side. He has to throw it out prematurely because guess who was there? Max Crosby somehow found a way to get there. Premature pass. Maybe, you could say that Marcus Peters got beat there, but I mean, shit. It was just a good play, good blitz. This is probably the best way that you could look at this play happen and unfold. You got Robert Spillane. He's going to drop. Diablo's going to blitz. Max Crosby's going to come off the edge, force a premature pass before the receiver was out of his break, so he didn't actually get a time to adjust to the low ball and catch it. This makes it 3rd down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me acknowledge Super Chat 199 to my boy Richard Taraoka, outstanding bro, Bucks Nation representing. Get that out here. It's only one nation, Raider Nation, man. But I love you, bro. So let's get this play.
Yeah, you could just all the way through, just play it fully.
All right, let's roll.
Bam. Yeah, Diablo did get his ass popped, but guess what? 3rd and 11, baby. You gotta get this.
Big
3rd
play
and 11.
right here. Let's see.
So 3rd and 11, right? 3rd and 11. If I'm Tyree Wilson, right? 3rd and 11 on a gotta have it drive. If there's any time where you were hesitant or questioning, you don't question on this drive. You go. There's just one speed and it's 1,000,000,000%. Like this is all out, go, right? So this actually man coverage. This actually man coverage on this play. I believe he actually allows Robert Spillane to blitz on this. So we like to say that we don't blitz. There's about 3 blitzes in one drive on this play, on this drive, okay? Gotta have it. He was sending them. And Trayvon Merrick picks up the delayed route by the tight end and makes the open field tackle when we get off the field, baby. Boom. Cross the field, too, making that tackle. Look at that space, by the way. That is some serious space if he misses that tackle.
He's gone. He might score. If he has a little speed, he might score, bro.
That is serious space if Trayvon Merrick doesn't make the tackle. So on this drive, we learned a few things, right?
Yep.
Patrick Graham, he'll blitz when he has to. Now, I will say this. I would like the blitz to come a little bit more how do I say
masked?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Like I don't or maybe if you're gonna blitz, if you're Robert Spillane and you know you're going to blitz, just line up over the running back. Like if you're guarding the running back.
Yep.
And delay it. As soon as that running back you see that he finishes his check or he chips on Tyree Wilson, fucking shoot in there like there's no tomorrow. You know? Yep. I would like to see that. Or shit, man. Make it a nightmare for Mike McGlinchey. Help Max Crosby out. Send the blitz on Max Crosby's side. Help him out. That's what I would like to see more from Patrick Graham. But of course, it is week 1. You know, you're not keeping it vanilla, but you also don't want to, you know, potentially lose the game on some stupid shit. You know, so
right.
Ultimately, this drive was great. Really great drive from the defense. You know, that right there, shit, that's a spooky sighting. But then, boom, Trayvon Merrick. Open field tackle. I will say this: as much as I did love Jonathan Abram, he would have missed this tackle.
He would have. He would have whiffed. He would have tried to go for the big hit.
Yeah,
and he would have whiffed, and the tight end would have went down for another at least 20 yards from here.
And we would have still been on the field. But I really like what the defense did. After watching the film, I feel like the defense did more than enough. It was just, Josh McDaniels said it. It was just an awkward, weird game. Just random shit, fell when it shouldn't have. And we were just on the field for extra time. And, if you give Russell Wilson the 2-for-1 deal and you let him go out there and have a second drive when he shouldn't, then he'll get some points on that second attempt. You know what I'm saying? He may not be the Seahawks Russell Wilson, but he still has years of NFL experience. He'll get those points if you give him too many tries.
And here's kind of my concern, right? In most games, if you have a 16-play drive, a 14-play drive, an 8-play drive, that wears out a defense, and the defense can't hold throughout, right? A team that has any sort of offense, that's worth a damn, will torch us by the fourth quarter. So that's one thing we do have to clean up, particularly on the third. We got to get off the field, particularly on third downs. I noticed that third downs, we were giving it up every time. And penalties got to get cleaned up. So we can't beat ourselves, and we got to execute on third down. Those are the two keys for me against Buffalo, or else Buffalo's going to torch us, and it's going to be a long day, man. So that's kind of where I stand with that one.
I think I dropped a 28-20. I got the defense holding them to 20 points this game.
Okay.
So that's two back-to-back great defensive weeks. I'm predicting to only allow 20 points against Buffalo and 16 points in week 1. I think that's a phenomenal start to the season. And I got the Raiders squeaking one out here and going into what the Pittsburgh game, finally a home game, 2-0. That would be lovely. What do you have as a very, very early prediction for what we got going on?
I got 27-24. I keep having this, Raiders, of course. I keep having this vision that Carlson is going to be the one to come out on the field and get us a win. Kick a field goal right down the mouth of that crowd, to see a blue.
I love it.
And we go home with a win, man. That's kind of where I see us. I got 27-24.
You know when's the last time I said that exact same shit? 27-24, Carlson wins us the game. That was in 2020 when we made Justin Herbert beg for a tie to send ourselves in the playoffs. That was the last time I said a prediction just like that. Carlson is going to split those uprights, and we're going to the playoffs. Now, this is not a playoff game, but it is a conference game. You got to take these serious. You got to take these serious. Tiebreakers are no joke. And the NFL hit us with all kinds of tiebreakers early on. You got Denver. You got all kinds of AFC. Yeah, you got Denver, Buffalo. Then we got Pittsburgh. Well,
those are wild card teams, possibly.
Those are wild card teams. And then I think we have LA after that, right? So shoot, man,
another division game right off the jump. We're playing like some big time games.
Yeah, we're playing some meaningful football early on in the season, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Martin Morales with the $2 haymaker. Appreciate the breakdown, my brothers. Great work. I appreciate it, man. And everybody that's been in the building, my apologies for not getting to the chat. I usually am more interactive with the chat, but hey, we're cooking, man. And I thank each and every one of you guys for coming in and showing love and showing support and talking to my wife. Even though she was asking me for dinner, we were cooking, even though, she was asking for, dinner and stuff like that. Thank you guys for respecting and things like that. Shout out to Raider Nation Unlimited featuring Wasted Talent. This guy, Andy, is a scrub. I don't know how to do it like how he does it, man, but hey.
He's on the West Coast, man. He needs to get under them. Or he's on the East Coast. He needs to get under them covers and go to sleep, man.
Yeah, go to bed, bro. Go to bed. Shout out to Mondo Reyes. Just win, baby, all day, every day.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. We got a scoring prediction. Tien Jiang with 24-21 Raiders.
Yes, sir.
Bro, it was a great show, man.
Yes, sir.
I look forward to do this every week if you're down for it, man.
Yes, sir. Let's try and make this. Man. Let's try and bless the chat every hump day. Every Wednesday, let's try and bless the chat. Might be a little tougher when we got our you know our primetime games. But man, 180 was the Big Mike record of today.
Yep.
Next
I think
week
I had about 190 at some point.
Yeah, next week we got to kill the 200 mark. We got to kill that 200 mark, and I'm not ready to do the YouTube like everybody else in Mount Shieldmore is, because I don't got it in me. But I'm more than ready to break down some film every week on our opponent that we either won or lost to. With my brother right here with Big Mike, it was a great time, man. So man. Y'all could get maybe once a week out of me if it's breaking down film, man. That I might give y'all that, but my own channel is gonna stay asleep, man.
Yo, as long as you do it over here, I'm good, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. Everybody wants to know, bro. If you don't want to answer it, go ahead, man.
This guy.
How many pounds are you down, bro? You looking good, bro? You looking fit, man? Let us know, man. What's going on, bro?
I'm down enough pounds. I'm down enough pounds. Enough, man. I'm down enough. Nah, man. But all seriousness though, if you know, health is wealth at the end of the day, right? Like we all know that. And you know, I'm gonna keep it 100. You know, when you're younger, right? You think you're invincible. You think nothing can get to you. Man. But that ain't the case, man. Life will fucking hit you in all kinds of angles. So if y'all just got that inkling or that just, man, maybe I got to get back to it, or maybe I got to do this, man, just do it. Because at the end of the day, you know, it's only gonna better you guys. You know what I'm saying? And number one word for that, man, just discipline. Just discipline yourselves. And you'll get everything you want and more. Discipline, man. Discipline.
Words of motivation from the young GOAT himself. Shout out to Mondo Reyes. That content. I can't do it as good, man. 10 gang in the house. Let's see. 10 fitness content. There you go. Motivation content. All that, man.
Definitely not fitness content. Hell no.
There you go. Dodgers everything says down 50 pounds. Hey.
There you go, Dodgers.
There you go, man. I got to get on it. I'm not going to lie to you, man. Guys, I got to go eat, man. Speaking of that.
Let the man eat a sushi.
Man, let's see how it goes, man. But, guys, I'm going to call it a show. 140 of you guys in the building right now. Make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. And we're about to call it, man. Once again, I'm your boy, Big Mike Raider, writer and contributor for Planet Raiders. And I'll see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out.
This is one of them hits now. Heard back from Earth, we just shot a few of my ships down. It's safe to say I'm totally pissed. Wow, my cloaking device is just malfunction. Guess it's time for a sit down. This is the problem I got with humans, mostly the common man. Constantly fucking with energy they don't understand. Always thinking they got the upper hand. The G-forces for my maneuvers can snap your spine like a rubber band. I shouldn't waste my time, they ain't half as nice. Put a Red Bull in your coffin so your ghost can have wings in the afterlife. Let's rock and roll like a belly dancer's rhinestone. It was my idea to shake the pineal gland like a pine cone. My thoughts create hurricanes, tornadoes, and cyclones. A punch for me is like an avalanche of granite and limestone. You live here, now this is my home. I neuralize both your retinas, you wake up staring at the screen of your iPhone. Confused by the light plus the high tone. And now we connected from the microchip I placed next to your thigh bone. It's hard to understand cause you're mind blown, but I gotta cut communication. Your government just scrambled their spy drones.
Bad boys.